Hey guys, welcome to number 2 of the West Ham career mode, and to start off this episode we have got the game against Chelsea in the league. It is our first game of the season, a good test, of course, the London derby. Looking at some of the signings we did make in the last episode, we brought in 9 goal and a great signing. Lopez in goal. I feel like Adrian just isn't that good, to be frankly honest. Brought in Font as well, and Moses to make sure this system does work, because he has been so important to Chelsea so far. We are going to look to move on one of our keepers, so we should be able to get maybe 3, maybe 10 million, depending on who does go in the end. Looking at the West Ham kits, they do have some really nice kits. I'm not too sure why their black kit has a Great Britain flag on it. I'm not too sure if you guys know why. But yeah, it's a little bit weird how it doesn't have the actual West Ham badge on it. But just showing you that I'm not like changing any of the customization settings in the game. We are playing on Legendary. Looking at the difference in these two formations, our fullbacks are slightly further forward. I just feel like it will help out going forwards, and it means the midfield won't get outnumbered, because it is the most important place in the pitch. If you get outnumbered in the midfield, then you're pretty screwed. So yeah, we go into the game here. First 14 minutes, Javi Martinez bringing down Kouyaté, powering the ball forwards. He does get booked on his debut. The Spaniard, of course, from Bayern. I think they bought him for like 33 mil, something like that. Quite a big price for a player that doesn't really play too much. Moses with the ball here, gets the ball short, out wide to Winston Reid. Then we find it into Nainggolan, who is in the box. Marcos Alonso takes him down and gives away a penalty. A great start against Chelsea, of course. Not going to get many opportunities with a 5 at the back, so if we can capitalise from this penalty, then that'd be great. Unfortunately, our best penalty taker has like 71, maybe 72 penalties, so maybe that's an area we need to look at to improve, as of course we did not score that penalty. So Andre Ayew does get injured there just before half time. I was just looking whether he had the injury prone trait, because I think what did he do at the start of the season? I think he either broke his leg or something at the start of this season, and he's only just come back from injury in the end of January. So yeah, maybe that's an area we need to look at, if he has got the injury prone trait or not. We do go for Gökhan Toure, I think that's his name anyway. Might be spelled pronounced differently because of the dots over the O, but nevertheless we go into the 90th minute of the match here. We do get in the box here with Cagliari. I go for the finesse shot thinking I was going to do it with his right, because he's right footed. He didn't, and then somehow it just scrambles out to Feghouli, who scores the goal. It's a FIFA goal at the end of the day. It comes off the keeper, it bounces off his defender, it goes to Feghouli, who's in the open. And I think that's the only thing Feghouli frankly did in the game. Yeah, David Luiz bounces it off Courtois, goes to Feghouli. I wasn't quite sure if Feghouli was offside or not, and the referee does blow the full-time whistle just like that. So probably a little bit lucky, let's be honest, but we were away at Stamford Bridge to get the 3 points. Absolutely great start to the season, of course. We did have double the shots on target and pretty decent possession. Generally the AI does have a lot more, so we do get a bid in here for the player who did technically assist that goal there, Cagliari. We do counter it to 11 million. Ayew is going to be out for 4 weeks, so we are going to have to replace Ayew in the first team. I think we do put Feghouli in, as he did score in the last game. Looking at this transfer here then, he actually wants less money at West Ham for a first team place. Of course, he hasn't had the best time at Manchester United, and for 11.5 million for Depay, I think he's still got like an 84, 85 potential. He has of course gone to Lyon in real life, but in this career mode it's not been updated yet. I think that'd be a nice little sign, to be frankly honest. He's got very good free kick stats, so obviously we do need to replace that since Pite has gone. We also get a 23 million for Belotti, accepted. A really good player. Like, he's great finishing, great heading, great dribbling. He's just a really good rounder. I think he was linked to Arsenal for like 55 million or something like that. We also get a bid for Luke de Jong and Gignac, accepted. 2 very good target men, a little bit older, probably won't grow too much. So into the next game then, at our first home game against Bournemouth. It's going to be interesting to see how we do against a 4-1-4-1, of course. They've got 3 in the middle, we've technically got 2. But the thing is, the centre-back in the middle does help out in terms of like a CDM. I'm kind of tempted to try Kouyaté in that back 3. I'm not too sure if we'll do it next. We may have to bring in another central midfielder if we are going to put Kouyaté at centre-back. But we do win a free kick here. It was a very light free kick, and Lanzini manages to head it into the back of the net. If you want to just watch that again, Feghouli was literally like, his shirt was maybe pulled once. Wins the free kick, and then Kouyaté gets it into the box. The shortest man on the pitch, Lanzini, wins the header. I think it was over Daniels. Maybe it was Wilson, I'm not too sure. But I don't know, just that goal was pretty much FIFA. Like, a little short guy wins the ball, and this ball here from 9 goal, that was absolutely lovely. Outside of the foot, chip through ball, and Lanzini with the shot, unfortunately, was saved by Boruc. And that is how the game does end. It wasn't the most eventful game in the world. Maybe we need to look to move our wingers slightly inside, like more like left forwards and right forwards, to get a few more goals, since they are so wide. It's kind of difficult to get them involved and get a few shots off more, because we only got 3 off in that game, and defensively we're very good. I'm very happy with this team defensively. It's just going forwards, maybe just getting that extra bit of power up front in terms of rating, like a Belotti or a Gignac. We'll be able to score a few more goals. So we do actually reject the deal here for Isco. I felt like 200 grand wages and 42 million. It's essentially all of our budget, so I didn't want to spend that on just one player. So we do have a few options here. I do actually decide to decline Luke de Jong just because he's not the best at dribbling, and Andy Carroll's essentially better than him already. So we are going to go into our next game. I think it is the final game of the episode against Rochdale in the EFL Cup. We're probably going to end up using our second team. I think we do actually use our second team. So I do actually change the second team slightly in terms of it's got left forward and right forward. So it'll be an interesting test to see how we do with the players a little bit more central. So looking at the Rochdale lineup, they do have Steve Davis up front, the former Derby County man. I don't think it is Joe Allen in the midfield. It's Jay Allen in the midfield. Well, we go into the first 5 minutes, and guess who scores against us? It's Steve Davis. He pulls off an absolute blinder out of nothing, like literally their first attack went down that left, cuts inside, gets the shot off, and hits the underside of the crossbar and scores a goal. Great goal. You really can't complain with that. Obviously, really good shot pound Steve Davis back in the day. He was like the poor man's RVP on FIFA 12, I think it was. But we go on the attack straight away, and we score. I'm like, this game is so, I don't know, it's just frustrating at times where this just wouldn't happen in real life. You wouldn't literally go on the next attack and score. It does happen, of course, but the likelihood of it happening on FIFA is just way more likely, and it's a little bit frustrating. But we go into the match here in the second half, in the 70th minute. Calieri doubling our lead, obviously, not doubling our lead, doubling our goal tally to get us into the lead. I kind of want to get rid of Calieri, but I think at the same time I want to give him a go. He hasn't had the best chance at West Ham. I think he's only on loan as well. That's one thing I don't really like Calieri, but he goes through here in the 88th minute of the match, going on to a hat-trick eventually with that finish there. And you can't complain with that. You really can't complain with a player scoring a hat-trick. I know it's only against Rochdale in like League 1, I want to say, maybe League 2. So not the hardest thing in the world, but like he's got very good dribbling. He's got like 85 jumping, so in terms of target man, he can get up there and win some headers. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should replace Calieri, get 10 mil, maybe look to get someone else in? We'll have to see. We've still got plenty of time in this window to do some more business. So we have got the option here of either Gignac or Belotti. Belotti is 3 ratings lower. However, he's 8 years younger, and he does have a better potential than Gignac. Also, Gignac is on like double the wages, essentially, just under double, of course. Basically the same transfer sum. And I think in the end I just go for Belotti, because I feel like he's somebody I haven't used before. He was linked to Arsenal for a lot of money, like 55 million. He's got to have something good with him. He's got 86 finishing, high work rates, which may be a bit of an issue, but if I just make him like running behind, he should stay up there. Also, I decided to bring in Memphis Depay. We still have about 20 mil to bring in another player. We should have about 120 in wages, so I'm not too sure who we're going to bring in with that extra bit of money, but I felt like it was too good not to accept that Depay deal, because you can very easily get him up to an 80, maybe even 83 by the end of the season, and he's got 90 free kicks. That's the one thing about Depay I like. Also, I want to give him another chance in the Premier League. We sold Payet to Man United, we bought Depay off Man United, so hopefully he can replicate some of the qualities that he did have. So I think we are going to end off the episode here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Make sure you leave some comments down below on any players that we should sign, and see you soon. Bye.